I think we're all feeling it just a little bit as far as, it was 12 hours ahead of us. Either way, it was a 12-hour difference. And, guys, it was good that we came in and got a good sweat in. We had a great offense. And, we came in today, we just easing back to the rhythm of being back home, being back in our building, being back in our own bed. So it's an adjustment, but tomorrow we have another day of practice, and we're looking forward to getting better.
What did you do yesterday? Sleep?
Just sat on my couch, watched TV, man, and just rested. And because it's about to pick up here soon, and we're gonna be having games every other day and traveling a lot. So it's good we got a day off.
Can you believe the regular season?
Yeah, man, that's it's different. I'm so used to starting around Halloween and having 8 games of preseason and a couple weeks of camp. But I think every player and every coach wanted to start a little early. Probably felt like we had too many preseason games, and so I think the league did a great job in pushing the season up and also stretching it out a little bit. So it should be helpful for our bodies, and it should be make for a great season.
Do you have to catch up because you only practiced a couple times there? Is there lots to catch up with?
I mean, we got the same team we had when we won a championship. We just added 2 guys, so we kind of know what we do. But just to catch a rhythm on the court, just to feel the basketball, just feel the hardwood. I mean, definitely is good to come in here and get a good day in. After having a couple of practices in China, moving around a lot to travel, and then having a day off yesterday. So it was good just to feel the basketballs again and be around each other on the basketball court again.
You guys got to kind of warn against a slow start just because of China, long seasons. Are you thinking about that? If you have a slow start, would it be explainable to you?
Explainable to us?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to have a slow start. We don't want to have a slow start and just blame it on us being in China. No, we want to come out, play our basketball, and be who we are. And we're gonna make mistakes. That's just that's just a part of the game. But we don't want to make that stuff a habit. So I think last game, second half, our defense was great. Offensively, we're moving the basketball, so that's something to take away from this trip and turn it into a positive. So if we continue to keep doing that, man, the sky's the limit.
Kevin, before the trip, Steph mentioned that Steve had said something along the lines to you guys of, what do I do to take a team that's won 73 games the last 3 years and take it to another level? What has he done as a coach to sort of try to get more out of you guys, if that's possible?
I just think he's just being who he is. He's not changing his ways. He's not changing his schemes. He's just staying the same coach that he is. I mean, we're a good team, but it's a lot of things we need to correct. And he's telling us the small stuff that we need to continue to keep getting better at. Turnovers, rebounding. That stuff you can lose games off of that stuff, and we're not perfect in those areas. So just helping each other, crash the glass and making a on-point, crisp pass to a guy that's open instead of, maybe down to his legs or, outside the shoot pocket, that type of stuff. We got to lock in on and be really, really good at. We got to be great at those things, and if we want to win a championship again.
You had also mentioned before the trip that you were counting on that time together to just even bring this team closer. Did you sense any of those strides happening?
Yeah, I mean, we just enjoy being around each other. I mean, on the bus, on the plane, just in the hotel, or going to practice, just everything. It's just a fun time just being around this whole group, not just the team, but the organization, the whole organization, top to bottom, their families, everybody came on this trip. So it was good to kind of see, who we're all doing life with every day. Clay brought his, friends, and Draymond brought his friends, and a lot of guys with their wives and their kids. So it's just like, it's just a good vibe around. It's just a family vibe around, and it makes for, it makes you, easier for you to go out there and just play free and just have some fun.
You did India, or this other guys did 2 trips. Does it make it easier when you make kind of multiple trips back there to adjust when you come back?
I don't think you ever adjust. It's not really an easy adjustment. But when you're having fun, man, you don't worry about jet lag and the travel and stuff. So it was just such a fun trip, and just happy to be back home and be in my sleep in my own bed. But for the most part, I had a great time, and I just try to get on the court, sweat it out, sweat that jet lag out, and I think coach has done a great job of just knowing how our bodies are going to react and just knowing what it takes, to come in here and be an elite team every day. So it took for us to have a rest day off yesterday, and we came back re-energized today.
Kevin, you challenged yourself last season to get even better, and now what do you want to do to take it to even another level after everything you did last year?
Well, I just want to keep doing the same things, I can always, if I'm making 5 out of my 10 shots tonight, I can see if I can try to make 5.5 or 6 shots tonight. I think that's just I guess that's the next challenge that I have for myself, is just continue to just do the small things with my game as far as my rhythm, catching and shooting, dribbling, one dribble pull-ups, post-ups, all that type of stuff that goes into me being the scorer that I am. I just got to work on that every day and make sure that doesn't fall by the wayside, because if I take 2 or 3 days off from doing that stuff, I'm right behind. I can't take days off because I'm not physically as big and strong as a lot of guys that can use their body. So I got to rely on my skill a little bit more. So I can't take days off from working on my jump shot or ball handling or just the small parts of the game. So that's still fun for me. And also, setting screens. I had a great time setting screens for my teammates, and I got to try to lock in on that as well. Try to get those guys open, and it's going to only make me open as well. So there's a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about, and I'm just trying to, just take it all in and get better and, trying to help this team win.
With the season's so long and you guys coming back from China, it seems a given you're going to be a playoff team. How important really is it to get off to a good start, or is it important?
There's nothing given in this league. Anything can happen, and I think that's the approach that we all have. We just try to take it a day at a time, and we know how tough it is in this league, especially now. So many teams are getting better, so many players are getting better, and we respect that, and, we got to be on point. So every day is an important day for us, and Coach knows that, and along with, everybody in this organization, and we take practice serious, shoot around serious, and that's what makes the games a little bit more easier for us when we take the small things seriously.
Has Steve expressed, given that you guys haven't had a lot of time to practice, has he expressed that this week is going to be tougher because you guys got to catch up at all?
Catch up to what?
Catch up in terms of you guys haven't had a lot of time to work on just in practice.
I mean, we're a veteran group, and when you got a veteran group, you may not know, like when you in the NBA, when you got a veteran group, it's just the guys that have been playing basketball for like 20 years, so 25 years. So it's like the game is just like second nature to them now, and especially when you got an offense like ours that is just predicated off of, being in the right spot, passing and moving and cutting, and everybody knowing what all the options are. It makes it a little easier to kind of, when you miss a day of practice, miss a couple days of practice, you can lock back in a little quicker because the schemes, what we need to do, we know exactly what we have to do in order for us to win a basketball game. So when that stuff is unclear, then I think that's when, a couple days off might set you back. But for us, we kind of know what we need to do. We kind of know what our motion is, our flow is within the offense, and it's just a matter of our bodies getting right and just getting the feel, just the overall basketball feel.
Have any of your teammates mentioned, obviously this is only your second year, have any of your teammates mentioned that it's been a lot easier to get back into the rhythm of things just because you're bringing back mostly the same roster year over year?
That definitely helps. That continuity is huge, and it's an underrated part of basketball, and that's huge for us. But like I said, I've been in the league. This is going on my 11th year, so I kind of know if I take a couple. Yeah, exactly. If I take a couple days off, or I know when my body doesn't feel good, my jump shot doesn't feel good. It's just my overall game, and I think not just me, but the whole group knows when they're off a little bit. So it's good that we get in here and just feel the basketballs, feel the court, feel the hardwood, and just be around each other again in our facility.
Thank you, sir.
In the time that he has been on the floor, we have seen him to change completely the gym. He does it with just his physical presence. He does it with a defensive mindset, and he does it with an offensive target that is different than anything else that we have. And when he's been able to practice with us, he has changed the gym.
And how unique is that in your experience, player like that?
He is a difference maker. I've been lucky in my Spurs life to sort of anoint others in that sort of category. You don't give up that tag freely. Like he has a chance to be great. He has a chance to be great. And there's still lots of work to be done. When you look at his body of work, only playing 31 games And really, he's only been playing basketball for 6 years, and he's 23, and he's just scratching the surface. He does things on a court that remind me of, you know, somebody that's able to hear music and just like play the song. You know, he will study Duncan or study KD or you know, another player, and all of a sudden, like, you know, it's a little bit of a part of his game. And he's very unique. He's very unique.
But